Right, guys, we should be live. Let's see this real quick. Oh, yeah, we are live, Gabe. We are live, guys. So as the title said, this is gonna be a rebrand of what I was trying to do with the Shenanigans podcast. So we're gonna rebrand the podcast, redo it. The videos that I had before, those are actually unlisted. So if you find the links for those, you can end up watching them still, but yeah, those are basically unlisted everywhere now. Now, this is basically we wanted to get other people on here, so most likely you're just going to be hearing me and Gabe. We're not going to be doing this every week. We're not going to be doing this bi-weekly. We might be doing this pretty much every other month. It's not. It's basically going to be like that. If we find like topics interesting throughout like a week or something, and we want to throw a podcast episode out there, we will. Might be shorter than this one actually. Um, Hold on, real quick here. So yeah, if you see some dead air, it's just because I'm trying to make sure I get everything ready. I'm still getting everything ready at at least. Um, But yeah, don't get me wrong. I want to. So for right now, what we're going to be doing with the podcast is we're going to be leaving on the channel for a bit. I do have a new channel that I want to put this on. Obviously, it's going to take a while before we end up doing it. But every single episode that we end up doing until then will be posted at a later date on that channel. Um, but yeah, we're just going to be here focusing on some, randomly running around this boat. Just talking about some stuff. We're gonna be talking about gaming. We're gonna be talking about a little bit of anime here and there. We're gonna be bringing up probably some wrestling. We're gonna be talking about some movies, TV shows. Um, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. Hopefully you guys kind of like, find some stuff if you want to like leave in the if you watch this as like a later video, or if you watch this, if you're watching right now and you want to chime in on some stuff, you can. Um, but yeah, what do you want to start with, Gabe? You want to start with some gaming? Do you want to start with? So, and at the same time too, I want to shine some light here. Basically, we're not going to be bringing up any. There's not going to be any politics. There's not going to bring any like religion stuff coming up at all in in here. So we're just going to be talking about a bunch of stuff that we enjoy, a bunch of stuff that we like, and yeah, I guess we could start with like I want to like do gaming kind of last. Um, so has there been any animes you've been liking lately, Gabe?
The one I've been enjoying recently is like that the Invincible Man and his soon-to-be wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So what have you been liking about it so far?
I basically like it's kind of like what is it feels like they're just like well I mean like they're like co-workers in this anime.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
like
it like
basically
it's almost like a detective, like isn't he like a detective or something?
yeah pretty much.
Like what is it, like a CI or something like that, like basically like a private detective or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I think I think this past year for anime's been kind of interesting, right? Like we've seen a lot of different anime in the past like 3 to 4 years. I've been keeping up with anime specifically in the past like 3 to 4 years. We've seen a
Yeah.
lot of different animes. I've gotten into a lot more anime than I was ever into for years. I think my biggest animes. So like this my the big three are my biggest animes for me specifically. But I think One Piece from where it started to where it is now is
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Like the story, I know that it's long. It can be like, the story can kind of drag in certain episodes or whatever. But like for one season to be 1,000 and something at like over 1,100 episodes is fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
that is fucking crazy to be said. But at the same time, it's like, dude, it's been going on since the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
And I think if you have the patience to watch it, highly, highly recommend One Piece. I think the other bigger anime that I'm always gonna love, always gonna enjoy is Naruto and Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Like Boruto, it's like a side piece. It's nothing. uh, but how do you feel about One Piece? I know you've watched it, you've kept up with it more than I have. I know I've fallen off every now and then. I know a little bit here and there, but
Yeah.
how have you liked One Piece over the years?
Oh yeah, I've been enjoying it. Especially like with some side stuff they show and everything. So
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like the broader like I think it being brought out globally for like anime, right? Like One Piece has been like one of the main ones that has been as a forefront for like, going to being at the Rams game for LA for Los Angeles or being at like um, you know, a baseball stadium or being at you know what I mean? Like it's just crazy to like see that like animes have been like getting more and more globally and being like more and more like regular people are coming out like football players, you know, celebrities and stuff like that coming out and like, saying that they actually like anime. I mean, I've always
yeah,
it's crazy, but yeah, I mean, it's been crazy for like the broader like outlook on anime in itself. Like it's just crazy that animes has been like building up as it is. I
exactly.
think, but yeah, I mean, what's crazy too is that we've seen so over the past year, Gabe, which anime? I think there's a few animes that I've liked, right? And you can partake on this or not. I think the wrong way to like use healing magic is one of my favorites so far.
Yeah,
Um, what is it? I think it's like something about like forgot which one else. Oh, Sentenced to Be a Hero so far has been pretty good. For like the few episodes I've seen for that one's been pretty good lately. Not to be like, and then I mean I have a bunch of animes that I've liked in this past like couple years or whatever. Do you wanna say any of your favorites so far?
yeah. Like some of them being Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. What else? Detective Conan, Lupin the Third, Cat's Eye.
Oh yes, yes. Um, I think, dude, I'm going back all the way to fall 2023 for simulcast. So I think, so like some of the ones that have been pretty interesting, right? Obviously, we know One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen. I've liked. I think, to be honest, though, I think the first and second season for Jujutsu Kaisen, I've enjoyed. And right now, I'm kind of like in that float state of like, okay, do I like it or do not like it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean the scenes are incredible. The story, I'm still like understanding like the new story that they're building onto and stuff like that with the games and stuff. But that's been pretty interesting. Spy Family, I think the first season for me with like the first maybe 5-10 episodes were good, and then I kind of fell off from it to be honest. I know a lot of people love Spy Family. I know a lot of people that like it.
yeah.
Frieden is another one that's been pretty interesting too. Do you like any of these yet?
Uh, well, yeah. I also like Spy Family, especially the movie of it. So
Yeah, true. I've heard it's been pretty good. And then this one is one that's been on and off for a long time already. It's called the what is it called? The Daily Life of the Immortal King. I don't know if you remember that
okay,
one. That one's already like on its fifth season, Gabe. It just started its fifth season, but for how long it took to even start the second season was incredible to even announce how long it took to start, like, to get to season 5. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
yeah,
Um, oh, that time I got reincarnated as a slime was also pretty amazing.
yeah.
Um, Attack on Titan. How did you feel about Attack on Titan as a whole?
I get like why some people don't like from the final season. So
Yeah.
yeah, especially like
I,
with the other ones. But like I didn't mind it like now but like I can see like why like others don't like the others. So
yeah. I mean, to be honest, for me, what's crazy is that I liked Attack on Titan for the first two seasons.
yeah,
After that, I completely stopped watching and stopped caring. Like, because the story kind of got very dramatic, very blown out of proportion for me in a sense. Like, it just kind of got way too far. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I mean the concept that they did for the ending, because I saw the ending in like a recap or whatever, right, for like the series, and they explained the ending to me, and I was just like, it's basically gonna repeat itself. So like it only like happened for a short, like, you know what I mean, for a certain amount of years, like over 100 years or something like that, right? And then like, oh, now it's gonna repeat itself again, and it's gonna keep on going again, right? And I was just
yeah,
like, dude, that's crazy to find out that, like, you know what I mean, like everything that he did to try to stop everything, it's still gonna repeat itself in the future sometime. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to, like, the way they showed the ending was like, everything, they started a massive war, everything was like basically destroyed, and then at the ending it's almost like somebody that looks exactly like Aaron with a dog is going to basically back to this tree of where he, you know what I mean, where they put him at, and like he was going to go and start investigating this stuff again. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Which is crazy to see, but it's interesting to see like the concept that they put into it. But I kind of fell off after the second, maybe third season, because I forget how many seasons it was. Was it 5 seasons or four?
Think so. Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, interesting to say the least. And then the Rising of the Shield Hero. How do we feel about that one, Gabe?
I mean, like I did like the first. I did enjoy the first season, especially the second one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
What's crazy is that this has, when it first was announced, I was fucking hyped. And I
yeah,
still am, which is crazy. Like, the first season, amazing. I mean, amazing. Second season, still good. I understood the concept of it, but
yeah,
I wish they never did it, of like, going back and doing the whole turtle and stuff like that. But I get like how they did it, right? Basically to like help recooper some of the stuff, fix some of the like cursed things that were on, his companions. So like that was fixed for them, but not for him in a sense.
yeah,
Um, and the concept of him like earning this new shield and earning this new power, and then you find out like, and then the next two seasons, like, because it's on what? It's on season 4. So like the third and fourth season fucking amazing. Like the story continues after that, and you get to see like in the third season, like pretty much the whole third season, you get to like see what's going on with, all the other heroes, what happened to them after the turtle. Basically, the reason why we only saw the shield hero fight is because the other ones tried before him and all failed. They tried to beat him at it and they all failed because they were too weak. And to figure out like the spear hero was the first one. Basically, he tries to take it out, didn't do any damage. His whole team ends up leaving him. And they go off, do their own thing, and they're never heard from again. Except for one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you have, well, actually two of them, because the girl that's named, like, I forget what her name is. We'll just call her bitch, but that's basically what her name is in uh and you end up figuring out what she's doing to all the heroes, starting with the shield hero, what she did to him in the first season, and then leading into like the rest of this series. And then obviously from there you end up learning about the sword hero, that basically his whole team was wiped out and he blamed them for being weak, why they died and all this other stuff. And you saw like you start seeing everybody's little arc of them coming back after getting cursed, after draining themselves into the curse. Because the reason why it's not fully away for the shield for like Nafumi is basically because he got too embodied in it, if that makes sense. Like it
Yeah.
basically consumed him too much to the point where like it's hard for him to like hard for the curse to go down too much. So it's very interesting to see that concept of like how they, and then the third, and then obviously like the final hero was like the bow hero. You got to see what happened to him, where his team like basically completely ditched him, went with the bitch basically to like go and do whatever they're doing. And then then you start seeing like him rebuilding everything, him taking in people, him bringing out like is it Sedina, the killer whale type of person that like basically that knows Raftilia and stuff like that, which is pretty
Yeah.
interesting that she showed up, and then now she has a love interest on 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 our shield hero, and it's crazy in that way. And then like the latest season, in my opinion, was pretty fucking crazy, because I think the third season he was going through like the arena doing that stuff, which was pretty hilarious for him to like earn money, buy back the people that were from his village that he basically got handed to him and stuff like that, as like one of his prizes for like basically helping complete a wave, which is pretty interesting too. Like like how he's trying to get everybody back that originally was there, and it's obviously going to take a lot longer than just like, okay, we see it in one season or two. And
Yeah.
then I mean obviously we also got to see like the thing of like the white tiger and who they were and stuff like that too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
um and we got to see more of like these basically like beast people, and who they are and where they come from and stuff like that, which is pretty fucking interesting. And then obviously we got to learn that Raftilia basically in the fourth season is basically basically considered like a princess, the next basically queen of like, I forget which city this is, but which is also fucking crazy to find out that, and find out more of like what's going on with Melty's sister. Basically, the shield, she was turned into a pig. I don't know if you saw the last episode, but she was turned into a pig, and
Yeah.
the spear hero ends up killing her. I wonder how that's gonna go in the next season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is fucking
That.
crazy, but I like that. That was a pretty good. The Rising of the Shield Hero has been a pretty good series. Oh, the Faraway Paladin was a good series for me too. It took them a long time to bring out like the second and third seasons for this. Well, the second season basically. It took them to make the second season. It took them a long time to make it. It was pretty good also. I mean, Goblin Slayer. We can go through some of them. Um, well, how do you feel about Rent a Girlfriend?
I mean, I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like I know like for others they wouldn't like it. So
yeah. I mean, that, to be honest, for like where anime's going right now, there's a lot of crazy anime out there, and it's been getting crazier and crazier to like try to keep up with so many things. I think right
yeah.
now I've been able to keep up with Crunchyroll. I haven't watched any of the Disney stuff. I haven't watched High Dive in a while, so I haven't been on there to see what they've brought out. I've heard about some of the stuff that they brought out, which is looks very fucking amazing. Not including what Amazon's doing, what Disney's doing, what Netflix is doing. Like they're doing some crazy fucking animes. You know what I mean? Not including,
Yeah.
I think the one from HBO that I haven't watched is probably on Netflix now. Is the reincarnated Suicide Squad or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how good that one did, but I heard that the first episode was good for it. I don't know how good the series did or whatever, but I heard that it was okay. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but then did you hear about what happened a couple days ago with the studio that created Jujutsu Kaisen and what was it? Chainsaw Man and a few others. I forget what the other ones are. Think they're called Mappa or something like that. Studios that they basically signed a deal with Netflix, an exclusive deal with Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's going to change up a lot of stuff. Now I'm wondering if in the deal they're keeping like if they're just going to be strictly on Netflix or if they're going to be teaming up. Okay, hey Netflix, we want to put everything here, but at the same time too we want to basically be able to have everything on these other platforms also because they are on Crunchyroll also. So I wonder how that's going to go with everything, you know what I mean? And I don't know, how do you feel about it?
Yeah. I didn't mind it really. So
That's good, that's good.
yeah.
So where do you want to go from here? Do you want to talk about any movies? Okay, so this is
Well,
the thing. No, go ahead, Gabe. What were you gonna say?
I know like there's been like other popular animes that's been like with high dislikes and slash controversy.
Oh wait, which one? Oh, Slice of Life.
Like no, like high dislike and controversy.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, like with Sword Art Online, like frequently cited as a punchy bag of the anime community, often considered trendy to hate, despite having a large fan base.
Yeah, I mean, see, with Sword Art Online, I actually enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
think the concept that threw me off is when he basically reveals that he was actually a person from within a video, within like an actual like real life simulation, if that makes sense. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like they go through this whole thing of like you know, like this whole thing within this animation and stuff like that, and you get to see like the concept of what's going on, what's happening, who's dying, who's this or that. And I'm just like, dude, that's fucking crazy. But then like then from there you see it jump to like a different thing. You know what I mean? Like another one of those same things or whatever. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I
yeah,
think the thing is that like if you really think about it, they haven't made another season from the last season Because I don't think Sword Art Online is officially ended, but I know that it's
True.
ended, if that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And, yeah. And of course, there's My Hero Academia facing criticism regarding its fan base, character development, specifically Bakugo, and for some excessive drama.
I think so what's going on with My Hero is that people are pissed off that Bakugo and Deku did not end up dating. That's what people are pissed off about. It's not that's the only reason it's getting criticism. And all I'm gonna say is, and this is gonna be a big take. All I'm gonna say is, if you're interested in that stuff, go out, make your own fucking stuff of that, and go ahead and do it. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard to build stuff, it's hard to create stuff. But if you want that stuff to be created, get in your community that's in those types of fields that are part of the LGBTQ plus community. Get everybody together that knows what they're doing with anime, knows how to create anime, knows how to develop it, and bring it out. Bring it to fruition. It's the same thing with movies, TV shows. Like, if you want to see all this LGBTQ plus stuff in comic books, in anime, in live action TV shows, then go out in your community and build it. All these other communities have done it. Chinese community, what they've been able to do with their stuff for generations, right? Like what China's been able to do, what Japan's been able to do, what, you know, the United States, every single different like race has been able to do their own different thing. Obviously, they have their own little niches within their communities, with their in their like stuff. But like, if you're part of that community, and I know we're probably going to get hate from like somebody that's in their community that knows, you know what I mean, that's part of the
Yeah.
LGBT community, and we're probably going to get like some people coming into certain comments, and once they end up watching this later on, if it
Yeah.
picks up or whatever. But like, it's I hate to
I'll
say
be
it.
back, man.
Oh, okay. I hate to say this, but like, I think you should really like look into your communities, grab people within your community that likes to, that knows how to do movies, knows how to do TV shows, knows how to like do anime or create video games that are part of your community that you want to create, develop, and do all this stuff. Learn how, get people from your community that know how to do it and make your studio and create these wonderful things that you want to do. And I get it that it would be hard and stuff like that, but like if you grab people from your community that are a part of it, would 100% love to do it. And obviously that's alienating certain things, or obviously that's like putting off certain things. But look how the market was for many of years of like, the discrimination against blacks, Asians, and Hispanics for a while within the movie scene for hundreds of years. Like, look at it. It's everybody had to go out and create their own different concepts. Look at 50 Cent. He's created his own black studio. His own studio that does nothing but like, you know, a lot of stuff on like, um black content for like, movies, TV shows and stuff like that. It's crazy to like witness, but like, dude, he's doing it. He's came from being a rapper to being, being all these different things. I love 50 Cent regardless of love 50 Cent. It's just crazy to figure, dude, that's crazy. Like he's been able to do all this stuff. It's not that hard to do. It's obviously hard to get the funding for everything and do all that stuff. Um, I think what's also crazy is that there's a bunch of um like a bunch of franchises. I think if you think about Marvel, like I think the Infinity Saga was pretty fucking crazy, and it's one of the best sagas for Marvel. I think the multiversal saga, in my opinion, has been pretty good. I'm just waiting for Gabe to come back, so I'm trying to fill in the air and stuff. Um, but I think for like if you think about the multiversal saga for Marvel. Like right now with what they're doing, I don't think it's been that completely bad, but I do believe that like there's certain things that they could have done better. And I mean the to start it off, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a good thing to do, but at the same time it felt flat at times. I felt like they could have done less of this and more of that, if that kind of makes sense. And I mean, it's going to get very controversial. So like the biggest thing is like every single series and every single movie for Marvel lately has felt that they've been trying to push some type of narrative that they didn't need to try to push. That we already knew was there in real life, that we didn't need too much in comic books, even though the comic books deal with real life and situations and stuff like that in their comic books. That obviously some of it does need to be brought out, right? Like Sam Wilson basically taking the mantle of Captain America, doing all that stuff of like, having, to shoulder being black as a captain in the United States as being Captain America is something that happened in the comic books. Do they need to punch down on it that hard? No. But it is a thing that happens in the comic books. Does he last as Captain America that long? He lasts for a certain amount of time until he like gets critically injured and basically Steve Rogers, old Steve, ends up coming back and like taking over, and until somebody else comes out, and or until he ends up somehow they end up fixing him and make him a little bit better, so that way um he's able to do whatever he's able to do. I mean, with everything, like, just from that series, I think WandaVision was pretty good. I still believe that Eternals was a good movie. In my opinion, I believe Eternals was a good movie. Could it have been a little bit better? 100%. But I feel for what it was and what they were trying to bring from the comic books, it was actually a very, very good movie for like for like a certain group that people don't know about from the comic books, or that don't really like look into from the comic books. Because the Eternals is a very big thing in in Marvel. Like if you're just a surface, and this is going to be hard to say, right? This is going to be something hard that's going to hit certain people hard. Is that if you're a surface level fan of Marvel and all you do is watch the TV show, watch the movies, never read any comic books, never actually like looked up any lore for yourself, it's very hard for you to criticize something if you've never tried to make the effort to learn everything from that franchise that you love and enjoy. And I'm being hurtful here because I have read a lot of comic books, have read a lot of stuff on a lot of these different characters within Marvel. Like the X-Men is basically LGBTQ plus community. And it's also like the segregated community. For it's also like represents a lot of different communities that have been, ostracized over the years and stuff like that. Like if you look into interviews of like what Stan Lee's talked about, it like represents a lot of different people. Like that's what the X-Men represents, is like represents a lot of different communities within a lot of different niche stuff in real life too. Because obviously the comic books back in the day that he was creating did deal with real life stuff that they put in their comic books, but on a smaller scale. And I mean, dude, I love Marvel. Always have loved Marvel. I love DC, but I feel like Marvel takes better care of their core characters compared to the way DC does. And that's saying something. What I mean by that is if like you see every single Marvel character has their feats of like their crazy feats, and even every single comic book series, it's not like they're restarting their feats all the time. It's like, okay, now we're continuing with certain things. There's certain lines that have been continuing for years with like stuff piling up on top of their powers that they've brought in, had or brought back or whatever. And I mean, obviously they've redone some of the storylines to make it a little bit more presentable for like the newer audience and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that Marvel does correctly that DC hasn't been able to do in their comic books of like, The Flash is one of my favorites, Green Lantern is one of the most suited like characters where they've actually paid more attention to than any other character besides like Superman. Batman's also like he's a good character, but at the same time, it's like you think about the type of things that Batman could be doing to prevent certain things, and he hasn't done it. And Bruce did a lot of stuff that he could have prevented within DC. He could have prevented a lot of different things from happening in Gotham, and he didn't do that, which is crazy because I love DC, but like I said, they don't take care of their characters like Marvel does. They don't show the love to the certain characters like a Marvel does. And I have and hate to say that, but it's true. Yeah, and I've read both sides. I've read DC and I've read Marvel. And I mean, it's just like if you watch The Boys or if you watch like Invincible, it's fucking incredible what they've been able to do with their characters, what they've been able to put into the screen. And like, the you can see the dedication, you can see the love that the person that created these things and loved from it. You know what I mean? What they put into it and stuff like that. It's crazy to say that, but yeah. Um, Wait, Gabe, you back yet? Nope, Gabe's not back yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of anime that's been like, going back to anime. There's been like a lot of different animes that have came out that like been hella like on this on the side of like, oh wait, should that have been made or that should have that been done? Maybe with like you know older people within change the ages of some of these people or whatever in the anime or something, or made it a little bit like a college scenario instead of like keeping it in high school or whatever, which is kind of borderline okay, crazy of what they've been able to do with certain animes and stuff. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love anime. I love it to death. It's just there's certain things that I'm just like, there's certain series out there that like I'm just like, that is fucking crazy that they were able to make that and be able to produce that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for Gabe to come back. I didn't know that Gabe was going to be gone this long. Um, and yeah, I mean, when it comes down to like, I think the issue the issue with a lot of these different things is like obviously like I think if you think about like live action stuff and you think about certain TV shows and certain movies that are being made right now. Like, I think the biggest issue too is like what Netflix is doing. And if you go watch like the latest movie that Matt Damon was talking about that he did for Netflix with, I think, with Ben Affleck, like that movie, they're basically Netflix is requiring them to basically keep on explaining what's going on because they think their fans are too TikTok brain to understand what's going on. And what I mean by that, they think that their audience is just on their phone and not paying attention. So they have their actors completely keep on saying a bunch of the same stuff over and over and over in different ways in different scenarios. And I'm just like, that is the most stupidest thing to do because it hinders the process of certain movie making and it makes it like less productive. Like me being an actor, being have to say like the same thing but in different ways to make it sound like what we're saying is interesting is like, dude, then why the fuck are you making a movie? like, did they have to do this back in the 80s, back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s? And no. That is fucking crazy that you're even doing that. Because, like, I've noticed some TV shows and some movies from Netflix, they keep on harping on you, like, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and what they're doing again, and how they're doing it again. I'm just like, I get it. I don't need to be told this many different times. But I get it now why they're doing it. But it's crazy that they're even doing it that way. Um, I do want to get into another topic that Gabe would be interested in, but Gabe is not back. Um, but yeah, and like I said, so like the other thing is too is like I want to kind of explain certain things that are going to end up happening like on the channel too. Um, it's like this is going to be like kind of like a mini thing until Gabe comes back. Is like,
I fucking said I am.
oh, you are? Oh my God, you're back!
Jeez.
Damn, I don't know if you heard me ranting there for a long ass time.
Just mainly about, you know, the reason.
Uh, um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different things that can be done and done in different ways to make it seem and feel a little bit better. Like, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see the way movies go from now on. Especially if Netflix is like requiring their people when they make their actors to keep on harping on you that what they're doing and how they're doing in their movie, basically. I don't know if you know that, Gabe. And I was just like, dude, that is fucking crazy. And Matt Damon had to come out and say that. um, I don't know. Have you? Okay, so I was trying to talk about Marvel for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Marvel as a whole right now?
Eh, just, you know, eh.
My bad. Didn't mean to hit you. Um, so I mean, like, what I mean by that is like, I think what's in, I think obviously we all know the Infinity Saga for Marvel was one of the best series, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the multiversal saga has been kind of iffy because a lot of people they haven't been filling in the gaps too much, right? Because too many people have been complaining about certain quality issues or certain things like this or whatever. I think Marvel just fucked up on certain things. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think at the same time too, like if you think about every single movie and every single TV show that's came out so far, there's been very few ones that have had an agenda that they're trying to push or some type of topic that they keep on pushing. Like if you think about the Marvels, right? Like you know the Carol Danvers and I forget the other lady and Kamala Khan. Like that movie was good, but it kept on harping on like you know the whole like thing of like there's no men. You know what I mean? Like it's just basically them and it was a good movie, but I felt like there was something missing. You know what I mean? Like there
Yeah.
was some type of like thing, some type of bug that was not hitting me from that movie. And I mean, it's like if you watch like the Spider-Man movie that came out, the last one that came out, fucking amazing from start to finish. You know what I mean? In the multiversal saga, it's an incredible movie. Same thing with Doctor Strange. How did you feel about Eternals?
I mean, like, it's pretty good, like, for my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, because I know there's a lot of people that complain about it. Even Asmongold complained about it.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna say this again, and I was saying this before, is like if you're a surface level fan of Marvel, why are you complaining about stuff? Just sit there and watch. You haven't read anything, you don't know any of these characters, and just sit there and watch something. Watch
Yeah.
something new and fucking enjoy it. Who gives a shit if it's not Captain America? Who cares if it's not like, you know, Spider-Man. Who cares if it's not this or that? You're gonna see that in the X-Men. Everything to do with the X-Men ain't always the main fucking people. Like, it's crazy to say that, but like, go watch The Gifted. Understand that there's other people within Marvel that you're not gonna fucking know. Like Polaris. I didn't know who the fuck Polaris was for a while until I'm just like, oh, I remember her from that comic book that I read. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
or like, or Legion. I didn't know who the fuck Legion was for a long ass time. I didn't know that he could manipulate time and all this other crazy shit. That was fucking crazy. Like, there's a lot of different things that we're gonna have to like. If we want good shit to come out, we have to stop complaining so much and stop having our expectations so fucking high for shit. Like, I understand that we're in a new age where like these graphics and everything and the story should be fucking amazing. But not everything's gonna hit right if they don't bring in the fucking good like writers, good directors. I feel like that's some of the things that's like missing is like, Taika Waititi did Ragnarok. Fucking good movie, Thor Ragnarok. But then he fucks up Thor Love and Thunder. And I'm just like, how do you mess up that movie? You cut out so much and then you don't want to do a director's cut because you feel like the final project was it. And I'm just like, but it wasn't. There's so much missing. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is there any topics you want to talk about, Gabe, or anything else you want to bring up about like anime or movies or something?
I guess like like for the upcoming Avengers Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday. See, what's crazy is that I feel like everything that's going to happen in this upcoming movie, I've read in certain comic books, and I feel like I know exactly what's going to happen. That doesn't make sense, but uh, like when it comes back to like Infinity War and Endgame, in my head I had guessed 70% of everything that happened in both of those two movies.
Yeah.
With Doomsday, we already know exactly what's going to happen. We already know where the timeline's going to go. After Doomsday and after the next Avengers movie, because there's one more Avengers movie besides that one, right? Which is supposed to be
Yeah.
like what, Secret Wars or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's going to be a reset for the timeline. And what I mean by that is all the timelines are going to come into one. Basically, this is going to be a reset for Marvel in a sense of like almost like their own flashpoint. It's going to bring a lot of the timelines together. So that's how we're going to get the Fantastic Four. That's how we're going to get the X-Men. That's how we're going to get like, you know, more of the Spider-Man stuff. That's how we're going to get more of like obviously they can't do Conan the Barbarian right now. They can't do obviously Godzilla's in its own like universe. You know what I mean? But that's
Yeah.
how they'll be able to do if they wanted to, they could bring Predator because they own Predator now. Disney owns Predator, they can do Predator and Marvel if they wanted to because who's actually making the Predator comic books now? Marvel. Not including now in Predator though, if you think about it, who's also doing Alien? That's going to be Marvel too.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to, they could bring all those concepts now into Marvel. They've done it in DC comic books. Now imagine if they do it in Marvel comic books and then they bring it to the screen. That would be fucking insane. Not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I mean they can't do anything with Conan the Barbarian because they don't own the full right, like the screen rights for it. They don't
Right.
own the
Okay.
screen rights for it. They own the comic book rights, but not the screen rights. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they go, what they're be able to do. Um, and I mean, I don't know. I just hope they're getting directors that fully invested in this. of comic book stuff and fully invested in like, going to read the source material, going to learn the source material rather than doing it half-ass. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many directors that have been in Marvel that do it half-ass. The only ones that have been able to do it fucking good. I'm gonna say this again. The only ones that have been able to do certain Marvel movies fucking good has been Sam Raimi, the Russo brothers, and fucking James Gunn. Those are the only ones that have been able to do Marvel movies well. And that's not saying that the director couldn't, you know what I mean? Like the director for, like if you think about the Blade saga, dude, that was a fucking incredible saga for Blade. Like back in the day, that was incredible movies. And then not including like Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage, dude, that was fucking crazy. I thought those movies were good. I know a lot of people were good for Ghost Rider,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, look at what they've been able to do with Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine. The whole Ryan Reynolds, you know what I mean? Like Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking concept for a movie. And then bringing back like, previous X-Men, which was fucking insane. We finally got to see Gambit, Channing Tatum. Finally got to see Wesley Snipes again. We finally got to see Elektra, the original Elektra. We got to finally see like what happened to um what was her name? 11? Was that her name
Yeah.
or no X or something like that?
Yeah.
I forget what her name is. X. I'm mixing Stranger Things. um, but yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, it's been crazy to see what they've been able to do with like certain different things. And going forward, I hope we have some crazy shit that happens with like Ryan Reynolds, like Deadpool and Wolverine showing up randomly in Doomsday and being like, "What's up, bitches?" You know what I mean? It'd be fucking crazy. Like just to see like different people interacting with each other and like the different concepts that they can create for like all these different characters because they've said that every single teaser that the Russo brothers have brought out for Doomsday leading up to Doomsday, every single teaser is actually something happening.
Yeah, that just basically like what we've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers. They're stories. They're
Hmm.
clues that we had to pay attention.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Getting
Yeah.
crazy. Um, okay. Do we want to go into our next topic, Gabe?
Right then.
Do you want to talk about some wrestling?
Well, for one thing, I heard that for TNA they're planning to bring back the Beast or Fired.
What is that?
Like basically, inside each of the briefcases is some sort of paperwork. One of the cases hold a contract for a TNA World Title match, a TNA X Division Title match, or World Tag Team Title match.
Ooh, so they're bringing back the TNA. Is it TNA or NXT?
Yeah, it's TNA. Well,
So they
for the other one, like contains a pink slip which fires the wrestler carrying it.
it fires the. That is crazy.
Yes,
So that's gonna happen at TNA.
yes, that's what they're planning to bring back.
That is. So it's gonna basically be their own like different Money in the Banks types of scenarios, but even crazier.
Yeah.
That
It's
is.
just for the briefcase, it's gonna be hanging on the poles the from the ringside. So
That's crazy.
yeah, so like basically like the winners of the briefcase do not reveal what is in them that night. Instead, they are revealed in a segment on a later episode of Impact.
Damn.
Yeah, And
Damn.
basically, once a wrestler wins a briefcase, it may be and has been defended in matches similar to the way championships are.
Oh, they have to defend the suitcases also?
Yep.
I mean, the briefcases? I don't know why I said suitcases.
Well, yeah. So,
They have to defend the briefcases? That's fucking crazy.
yeah.
Wait, so how do you defend the one if the paperwork in that briefcase is basically to fire you? How do you how do you defend against that briefcase?
I mean, who knows?
Or
Like
you
they,
just lose on
every,
purpose? Like
I mean, if they don't open it, then they're just gonna have to defend that briefcase. If whether or not they have that pink slip.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, each wrestler is basically given a choice to either keep the case or forfeit it, which protects the wrestler from being fired, but also gives up any potential title matches.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. So you've been keeping up with everything that's going on right now, right?
Yep.
What's happened in Raw, SmackDown, and NXT so far?
Well, so far for their Monday Night Raw, they did show uh the comeback of Finn Balor's OG theme, "Catch Your Breath."
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and of course the WWE Universe they they just came up with a unique chant for Logan Paul.
What did they say?
Just chanting Logan Paul, he's back from Japan. For
That
those of
is
you
a
who don't know about that, you're gonna have to look that up of why he's
yeah.
even fan.
I'm not even gonna explain that, but uh, that is
But
crazy.
yeah,
Any major title changes this past in Raw or no?
well, no, not yet, because for that happening, you gotta have to tune in for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. So I know SmackDown happened when last Friday.
Yeah,
What happened on SmackDown?
by now, for Randy Orton, he's got his eyes set on the the WWE title that McIntyre
Yeah.
has.
Oh, okay, okay.
Basically, everyone has their eyes set on McIntyre and the belt.
Yeah, true, true, true.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be crazy to figure to like what ends up happening. I mean, because I've been trying to keep up trying to keep up with certain things. You know what I mean? Like because I watch Santi
Yeah.
on Instagram, right? And I try to keep up with like what he posts and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting what they talk about, like him and Sancho, like
Yeah.
what they talk about, and how they say certain things and stuff like that. It's
Oh yeah.
interesting. It's interesting what's going on in wrestling, like to who they're bringing up that have never won a belt, but is bringing them up anyways. You know what I mean? Which I
Yeah.
feel like
And
Javon Evans is going to go crazy, even though he got
yeah.
injured. I feel like he's going to go crazy.
Yeah. And for the matches for Saturday night's main event this Saturday, we got Rio versus Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez for the women's tag team championships.
Ooh,
We got Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. And we got Randy Orton versus Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams in a number one contenders match.
oh shit,
Yeah.
that is crazy. Because who? Okay, so who from NXT has moved up so far? Because
Um.
I know it's been
Oh,
Javon Evans and Trick Williams, right? Those two.
yes.
Damn.
And the one they're still cutting promos for is Oba Femi.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling he's gonna come. It's gonna be crazy.
I mean, they've been showing his promos on Monday Night Raw, so he's basically going to be showing up on Raw.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
That's gonna
either
go
that or
crazy.
the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah. Who do you think? Okay, predictions. Who do you think will win this Royal Rumble?
Oh boy.
Who? Okay, who do you want to win the Royal Rumble?
Um, I guess I would have to say Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. That
Like
would be good.
if he doesn't win the Fatal 4-Way this Saturday.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. To be honest, there's quite a few of people I would love to see win the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Oh my God,
Yeah,
the flying things are coming. Get inside, Gabe.
damn.
Um, but no, I feel like it's been crazy because like obviously like I knew a lot of the old stuff from wrestling, and then coming back into wrestling after like almost 20 years of not really paying attention to wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like within like the past 6 years, I've been like really getting back into it, kind of like trying to learn about certain things within wrestling and stuff like that. So it's been kind of incredible like coming back into it and like becoming a fan of like so many different people of like Cody Rhodes, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, always been a fan. John
yeah.
Cena, like our Truth is one of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites has been our Truth, nonstop. Did you see him on the
Yes.
Breakfast Club?
I think so.
Yeah, it was crazy short for for an interview. He went on to the Breakfast Club talking about like his time in wrestling, how he became and stuff like that. Because I already knew like his whole backstory. Like he was basically a bad kid growing up or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which is pretty insane. At the same time too, like I've always loved our Truth. I think he's one of the most funniest fucking people in wrestling.
Yeah.
Besides Iguana Man from
On
AAA.
Triple A. Yeah.
Yeah. I love him, dude. I love Mr. Iguana. He's fucking crazy. Love the moves he does and everything. I would love to see him. I'll be honest with you. I would love to see him and his partner in like more matches on Raw or SmackDown. I would love
Yeah.
to see it. I would love to fucking see it. It would be fucking insane. But hey, I would love to see more luchadors. Let's put it that way. There's
Yeah.
some crazy, incredible luchadors. How do you feel like what's going on with Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio? How do you feel like their whole story's going so far? Do you even like it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I don't know. I have mixed concepts because I feel like they could be doing more in a sense, but like I said, this is just from like a person that's hasn't been staying in touch with everything. But I
Yeah.
feel like there could be more.
Yeah.
Like
And like I remember one day that happened from 2025's Money in the Bank.
yeah.
Yeah, that like there was a botch finish from when Seth Rollins won.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like basically like it was a botch to build uh it was messing up the build to the finish by like with LA Knight pulling Seth down from the ladder instead of climbing up the other side to fight on the ladder like it was supposed to be planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did not mean to do that. Um, I mean it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I've been coming back, joining into wrestling. To be honest, I didn't think I was actually going to enjoy Logan Paul in wrestling. He's kind of
Yeah.
grown on me over the years. Like it is like how good he's been able to be like push promos, be able to like wrestle and stuff. It's been pretty insane.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, like I still feel like he still needs some work, but it's insane for what he's been able to do. Oh, oh. Um, but yeah, is there any more updates you want to share with us?
There's also All Elite Wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, with AEW star MJF declaring this year to be the year of the devil.
Okay, what is the story behind that?
And that's basically his character, like being the devil and everything.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And supposedly, former WWE superstar Baron Corbin is supposed to make his AEW debut.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn. I'm being honest with you. I would love to see Otis a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah,
I would love to see him a little bit more. I would love to see him with a belt, which would be fucking incredible.
yeah.
How did you feel when Maxine Dupree won a belt for a short
To
bit?
be honest, I was all excited that she won.
Yeah, I'm glad that she had at least ended up like winning, holding it onto it for a bit. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
insane from what I saw. It was an insane run with her. Um, but then she lost it, and
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I feel like two of the wrestlers I would love to see, but I feel like they do comedy so fucking well, is Otis and Tozawa. Is that what his name
pretty
is?
much.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty fucking incredible. But dude, I always love stuff with Shinsuke Nakamura.
yeah,
Always. I feel like they do him dirty every fucking time. Every time they're like, okay, we want to push him, but how do we do it? They fuck it up, and he loses his belt, or he fucks. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm surprised for how long he's been in WWE. I'm surprised at the push that they always try to push for him. They fuck up their own push for Shinsuke Nakamura. It's crazy, but he's one of my favorites. Always will be, but he's just crazy.
And then like from New Japan Pro Wrestling, there's a former superstar from there that's supposedly going to be joining WWE.
Who's that?
Takaki Watanabe, also known as Evil.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. That's crazy.
yeah,
Because it's been a while, right, that they've taken in somebody from overseas, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. That is fucking insane. Oh man.
And like basically like from New Japan Pro Wrestling, he was the leader of the House of Torture stable.
Ooh. That
Yeah,
sounds insane. It sounds
and
insane, but it also sounds scary as fuck.
yeah, and as a prominent heel, he formerly led the Bullet Club as the sixth member.
Oh damn, the Bullet Club.
Yeah, and apparently and was the key member of Los Ingobernables de Japón.
Damn.
Yeah, and sorry guys, like not really that good with Spanish, so
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like for what's been able to like go on in like wrestling because obviously I'm not heavily invested into a lot of the other scenes like WWE. You know what I mean? Or NXT or TNA. Because like I come in and out with AAA, so like I'll watch like certain highlights for AAA.
yeah,
Um, but I don't know a lot about it. or a lot about their people. Same thing with like independent scenes. That's why when I end up talking to you, I end up learning more and more about like certain people. Um, and it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Can't wait to see what like Marvel. I was about to say Marvel. What WWE's like able to do like going forward within the future with like some of these superstars.
Yeah. What was funny is like listening to Road Dogg like talking about his other ring names that he had.
Oh yeah, what was his other ring names?
Before he was called Road Dogg Jesse James, he was called BG James, Brian Armstrong, The Dark Secret, just Jesse James,
Okay.
uh, Jesse James Armstrong, Road Dogg, and the Roadie.
Damn.
And he also said like the asshole. Wait, that's something his father called him.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah,
That's fucking insane.
yeah.
Okay, now do we want to get into the main topic, Gabe, that we, that we've been waiting for?
All right then.
All right. So now we're going to talk about it, gaming. We're going to get into the whole gaming factor. Is there anything you want to talk about gaming before I get into like certain things or whatever?
I mean, for one thing, like I was telling this guy, like just how I've been enjoying the Arc Knights Enfield.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the free to play action role playing game, which is pretty much also another one of the gotcha games.
True, true, true.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I try
basically
to get into a lot of these games. Go ahead.
yeah, it's basically a spin-off of Hyperglyph's 2019 tower defense game Arc Knights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. I don't know. I've tried to get into a lot of these games. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. I've played a little bit of them.
yeah. Remember you tried Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't last that long.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one after that? I think the First Ascendant.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I played that for a bit. Then I think it was what was the other one before GTA 6 came out? It was Delta Force.
Wait, what the
Was
fuck,
it Delta?
dude?
What?
Did did you really say when GTA 6 came out?
No, before Battlefield 6 came out.
There you go.
I said before Battlefield 6. I didn't say GTA. You
Roll it
bastard.
back, roll it back.
You know what? You know what? Whatever. um, but no, I mean, to be honest, like I've been enjoying like I'm always like I've been gaming for a long time, right? Like I think we both
Yeah,
have. But I still remember the Nintendo 64. I still remember the first time playing on my fucking I don't know at that time when you remember the Pikachu edition for Nintendo 64 when it first came out? Fucking insane.
yeah.
Um and how much gaming has grown over the years is fucking incredible. It's
Yep.
just like trying to I think there is certain aspects where I kind of get pissed off that they could have done certain things better. And what I mean by that is like, when you like look at a game and every single time you play a game, it comes out and like they're doing so many fucking updates just to like keep the game running, keep the game going. And I'm just like, dude, aren't you supposed to be making games like not broken right off the bat? You know what I mean? That whole spiel that
True.
happened back in like if you remember what happened in back during COVID when like we got Ghost of Tsushima. Remember, I forget what game came out before it that was broken, but they ended up showing to the fans like or showing trying to show to the to developers like, hey, we can build this fucking game, even though we've been doing it for years. We can bring this fucking game out, give everything that we want to everybody, and basically still bring out a non-broken game. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Which is fucking insane. And like when Ghost of Tsushima came out, that was fucking incredible. I think it was right when Cyberpunk came out, if you remember.
yeah.
So like, don't get me wrong, I love Cyberpunk. It's just there was so much shit that they could have done better. It's fucking insane. And I mean, I feel like the concepts of like, dude, what they've done to Assassin's Creed is, and this is a hot topic for me and Gabe because Gabe likes Ghost,
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I hate it. Do you want to? Okay, let me just say certain things. Okay, I would not hate the game as much as I do if they would have never said they were trying to make it, like actual history. You know what I mean? If they
Hmm.
would have never said that in the beginning, I would have never criticized the game heavily. But would I have still criticized it 100%? I still feel that there's a lot of things that they could have changed that would have made the game stand out way more than Valhalla. It was the first time for them going to Japan, and they fucked it up, in my opinion. Like, the thing is, is it Yosuke, right? Is that the main character, one of them?
Yes.
So I still have this hard opinion that they should have done him as a side main character. Somebody that, and this is something I've kind of built on, is like somebody that basically you do certain missions with, you build a reputation with him, and you can invite him to go on to missions with you if you wanted to. You know what I mean? I feel like they could have done that, and they would have succeeded in that if they would have been like, hey, we're going to go strictly Japanese characters, strip, you know what I mean? Nothing
Hmm.
crazy. At the same time, too, hey, there's this black character from Japan. In real life, he was there. We don't have too much information on him, but we're going to be building on information with him in the game. You know what I mean? Whatever we might be missing, we're just going to throw in stuff, make it seem like it fits, and basically have him grow with you as a character builder. And maybe somebody that ends up like being part of like your band of brothers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It would
Oh
have been
yeah.
insane. I feel like that would have been insane. I'm not trying to criticize it too much, but like I am a big fan of Assassin's Creed. Always loved Assassin's Creed since day one of it coming out. Like I love Assassin's Creed to the bottom of my heart. I do. It's just this last one really hit me to the point where the one person that does all the Assassin's Creed shit is the weakest fucking character. The one that you can sneak with, the one that you can assassinate perfectly with, is the only one that is the weakest damage and the weakest character out of both of them. And I'm just like, that is crazy. You're making the woman weak in this game, which, don't get me wrong, I feel like they could have still done her right if they would have just done certain things with her. You know what I mean? Not make her
Yeah.
too grindy, just basically do it right. You know what I mean? And I feel like Yosuke, they could have done more with him. Like, dude, why are you making him like heavily overweight? He can't fucking sneak. He can't climb. He can't like. It's crazy. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This ain't Assassin's Creed.
Mhm.
I don't know. That was to me. I mean, you could say whatever you want to say, but like, I feel like they could have done a little bit better with the game. How do you feel?
I mean, like, I don't mind if they done something more for Shadows.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like the extra content that they brought in, like the collab
Yeah.
that they did with Attack on Titan, did not need to be there. I'm being 100% honest with you. That collab
Yeah. Pretty much.
was just like out of the blue, out of nowhere. I'm just like, what are you doing? This ain't
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed anymore. Just what's crazy though is that like the original people that created Valhalla and the two games before that, which were Origins and Odyssey, are coming back for the next Assassin's Creed game. So we're probably going to get a pretty good fucking Assassin's Creed game for the next one, in my opinion. I keep saying my opinion because I have to just say it. I love Assassin's Creed, but so the concept of Assassin's Creed was the same type of concept for what we had for Ghost of Yotai. If you remember Ghost of Yotai, it came out in the exact same a year from each other or in the exact same year, Gabe.
I think so, yeah.
And I feel like Ghost of Yotai did it so fucking well. So, in
Yeah.
your opinion, how did you like the game of Shadows? Was there any concepts that they added that were a little bit different from the previous game besides me like hating on the game? Was there anything that they changed or was there anything that they should have changed or stuff like that for like Shadows in a sense or no?
And like for me, like I'm not sure, but like for others, like I know they'll say something about that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now have you played Ghost of Yotai or no?
No, I have not yet.
Yeah. So what you've
Yeah.
seen from it, have you liked it?
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the crazy thing is like Ghost of Tsushima, good fucking game. I think the concepts for both games of what makes it good and what makes it bad. I think like Ghost of Tsushima, the story was fucking amazing. The side story was the extra icing on the cake for the game. You know what I mean? What you got to explore, how you explored, how you did side quests and stuff like that for Ghost of Tsushima was pretty amazing. Now, Ghost of Yotai was kind of the reverse, right? Like the main story felt like a side quest, and the side stuff felt like the main story, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like the story was good for Ghost of Yotai. Were there certain things where I felt like they were a little off? Yes, but I feel like if you do the side stuff for Ghost of Yotai, it feels fucking amazing. You get to learn a lot of the backstory, a lot of the information about certain characters, what's happened. Like this main story tells you a lot of that stuff, but like the side stuff just adds more to it. Especially like if you're like building certain things, doing the bounties. Like it was crazy the certain bounties that you're able to do. And like, you know, the armor concepts that you make in the game, creating certain things in the game. It's fucking insane. Like the overall story that they created. There's still one thing I haven't finished from Ghost of Yotai, and I think you know what it is. But there's still one mission I still haven't finished in Ghost of Yotai. That's pretty much it, and it's like a myth. It's one of those mystery missions basically. But it. But yeah, I mean, it's a crazy, crazy game. Loved it more than I would have loved Shadows. Not gonna lie. But um, how have you been feeling about Call of Duty lately? Have you played any Call of Duty in a long time, Gabe, or no?
Not since Modern Warfare, first, second, and third one.
Are you talking about the newer ones or the older ones?
Yeah, definitely the newer ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, and it's gonna be a hot take. Okay, it's gonna be one of those, things of just thrown off the bat. I feel like when I got my first PlayStation, right, which was a PS3 back in the day,
Yeah.
the first games for Call of Duty, the first games I ever played was Call of Duty on my PS3. And that was Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 2. Those were the three Call of Duty games that I played. The first two that I played were Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 1, which all three of those games, iconic games, fucking incredible. What they did, the stories, the concepts, the multiplayer was just fucking insane. Wasn't like I didn't feel like I was fighting for my life every fucking match that I played. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I was able to grind, do everything. I think Black Ops 2 was the last game I literally grinded the fuck out. Got everything diamond, got everything, unlocked a lot of shit, did all the prestiges, max prestige. Like, it was insane. Same thing with the
Yeah.
zombies. The zombies and, Modern Warfare 3, the only thing I hated was prestiging because you had to level up 80 fucking levels to prestige, which was fucking insane. I was just like, nah, I'm not doing this again. I did it once and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this again. But lately, I've been feeling like Call of Duty needs to take a break, needs to take a step back and basically be like, hey, we need something different. We need something that obviously we've done a story for before, but they didn't like the map sizes of the first game. But they liked the concept that we did, but they didn't like the map sizes. I think you know which one I'm talking about, Gabe.
Yeah.
They need to do another Ghost game, in my opinion. I feel like that's the refreshest thing that they need to do. Another Ghost game would be fucking incredible. Because we still don't know what happened at the end of the camp. You know what I mean? What happens to everybody? These one of the brothers ends up getting taken away, and we're just like, oh, what's gonna happen to him now? We never got another Ghost game. And I mean, Extinction was fucking incredible for that game. I don't know. Every Call of Duty game lately has been coming out too broken. They're trying to catch up in fixes. It's too hacked all to shit. I think the latest game for Call of Duty, supposedly they added like open lobbies, or like they're not disbanding or whatever, or like they added, certain different changes to certain different things. But I'm just like, dude, it's way too late to try to start bringing back people that just don't want to play the game anymore. And I mean, for me personally, like I fell off from Call of Duty a long time ago, and I've always tried to come back to Call of Duty because it's my like biggest love for gaming is Call of Duty. That's where I started gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's insane to like because I knew my fall off was starting to be Advanced Warfare when like I stopped playing, dude. Like Advanced Warfare was the first game I literally stopped playing Call of Duty. And I would come back to it every now and then. I would go back to Battlefield, like Battlefield 6 right now. I haven't played it just because I kind of like um I've been having so many games I've been wanting to play more. You know what I mean? Like Ghost of Yotai, we played the Lego game, Fortnite. So like, when it comes to battle royale games, like we play Fortnite or we play Red Sec now or whatever. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
which is still Battlefield, but like it's just the battle royale, more destruction, more shit. But I don't know. It's crazy to like the little concepts of certain different games that are coming out. Like you think about Ark, one of the first like extraction games besides like Escape from Tarkov and I forget what the other one was from it, but like Ark is one of those big extraction games that just came out of nowhere and just blew up. You know what I mean? And it's insane for what like the studio's been able to do. Obviously, there's certain things that they haven't been keeping up with that they need to start keeping up with. But it's been pretty insane to see what they've been able to do with Ark. I've always wanted to get into it since it came out, but at the same time, I'm just like, nah, I'll wait. You know what I mean? Um, but is there out of any of those things, is there anything you want to add to it or no?
I know, like one of the games I'm also looking forward to is the Ananta.
Oh, is that GTA gotcha game?
But it's a yeah, it is that, but like it's like this time this game is not a gotcha.
Ah,
Yeah, like basically instead, all playable characters are unlocked through gameplay.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Wait, when is that game announced to come out? Or is it still or is it still or are they still making it?
yeah, they're still making it. Like it's about to be like from late 2026 or even 2027.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh man. I don't know. I feel like there's only three games I'm really excited for this year, and that's the Lego Batman game, which is gonna be fucking
ooh,
insane. The Wolverine game, which is gonna also be insane.
yeah,
Um, well, I mean, 007, obviously. I haven't. I think that already came out, didn't it? 007.
think so.
I could be mistaken, but I think that one already came out. But like, I want to play it, but I haven't like really gotten into like, okay, how much? You know what I mean? Like, games are so fucking expensive right now. Not including
Basically,
like I'm playing mine. Like you see me on Minecraft talking to Gabe and stuff, but like, dude, we've been heavily been invested in Minecraft lately. That like every other game kind of took a back burner for me for a bit.
yeah,
Like we've
the
been
007 comes out on May 26th.
of this year.
Yes.
So yeah, 007 is also a fucking game that I want to play. I haven't played Mafia, the last Mafia game that came out. I haven't played it, but I want to
I
play it. I mean, like, even Dead Island 2 is pretty fucking good. I haven't played that. Want to play it, but haven't played it. I think there's a lot of games, a lot of incredible stuff coming out. It's just like there's some stuff that I'm just like, okay, I need to wait for it to come out now to like see how it's gonna act, see how it's gonna play, see how it's gonna do this because like I can't trust developers too much. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? And
And of course, I'm also excited for the Yakuza Kiwami 3.
oh yeah, the Yakuza series. See, that's a series I've always wanted to like live stream, but like I can't live stream it unless I have a fucking Elgato,
Yeah,
which is insane to me that I can't fucking live stream unless I have an Elgato. It's
yeah. Oh
fucking
look, there's the
insane.
fox.
Found some Fox. Oh, interesting. He came upstairs with us. What's up, Fox? What did the Fox say? Um, but yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. I think gaming is gonna be incredible lately. I think there's still certain things that are changing within the gaming sphere that like hinder kind of error on like okay, you need to be wary of this or you need to be careful of this. Watch out with certain studios that are buying this or buying that. Like I mean it's the same thing that's going on with like, Activision right now being bought out by Microsoft. Then we also have Marathon. Dude, have you seen the trailer for Marathon?
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, that fucking trailer, the first trailer for when it was first announced, when it was an alpha or beta or whatever,
yeah,
did not like drive me in. This one, the story, the concept, the changes that they're adding drove me in by a long shot. And I'm just like, "Oh my god. Imagine if they put a fucking single player for this instead of just doing extraction." Like if they did like this open world concept on it, it would be go way more insane than just doing an extraction shooter for Marathon. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like I said, it is what it is. I hope it succeeds because it's Bungie's first game away from uh what was what was their last game? Oh, Destiny.
Right, right.
Is their first game away from Destiny. And obviously, if you haven't been paying attention to Bungie, they lost their whole like all the people that know everything about Destiny. 2, like the whole Destiny franchise, a lot of them are gone. The only ones that have anything left of knowledge of it are people that help them within the studio, and it's a very few people. And so that's why they had to go and create Marathon. Their last DLC that they brought out for Destiny 2 is their last DLC for Destiny 2. Even though they have more to a roadmap or whatever for Destiny 2, there's nothing else coming out. And if it comes out, it's going to be kind of like not well written, not story driven too much. Just going to be like heavily not grounded in a sense. It's going to be
Yeah.
insane to see what they're able to do with Marathon, this new series, this new franchise that they're creating. Hopefully, they're able to do something with it. Hopefully, in the future, it's not just extraction; it's actually like a big multiplayer game and or a single player adventure too to it. Like it'd be insane. Because like I'm not always. I love the concept of extraction shooters, but I'm not heavily invested in being competitive. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I play battle royale games and stuff, but like I'm not heavily invested in being like heavily competitive. You know what I mean? And like I have to watch my back 24/7. What's going to happen? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And like I just don't like it too often. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's why I play a lot of these like open world single player games or open world like multiplayer games because I I'm actually able to interact with people, create certain things with people and move on with people. You know what I mean? Like make new friends, move on, not be like at each other's throats because like you stole something from me. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be insane to see where everything comes at in the future. I think this is where we're gonna end. Or unless you have something else to say, Gabe. Do you have anything else to talk about for gaming or anything?
Not at the moment.
All right, I think this is where we're gonna end our episode here. Hopefully you like the topics. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. If you're watching this as a video, leave a comment saying Marvel or leave a comment saying Marathon if you've watched it this far. At the same time, too, guys, this is me and Blaze, basically doing our first podcast episode. And we're not going to do this weekly. We're not going to do this bi-weekly. We're going to try to do this almost every other month or if not every month. So it's going to be one or the other. We're going to figure it out going forward. If there is something that we find out during, next week and we want to do another episode by this time next week, oh, we'll fucking do another episode. But yeah, like I said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed everything. Hopefully you guys liked everything. Hopefully you guys have been watching everything on the channel. If you are new to the channel and you're watching, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified with whatever I'm doing on the channel. At the same time, too, hit that like button on the video if you liked it at all. Always helps promoting the video to YouTube, moving it out forward and stuff like that. I say, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And like always, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.